Me again, Ari Hoffman, your friendly neighborhood youth director. Now today, I promise I will not mess with you. I actually brought with me... what does that sound like? I'm just kidding. It's still these awful, awful diet bars. Pesach is coming up, and I'm going to get kind of chunky, so I got to make sure I lose the weight now. It is not working because I'm trapped at home and eating whatever's in front of me. It's not working out well at all. Anyway, you guys don't know from such things. So a couple of things that are interesting. One, because we're at home, a lot of times you study things in history about when Jews weren't allowed to leave places. Now, right now, nobody's allowed to leave places or move from place to place and really got to stay where you are. I mean, if you want to get on a plane, be my guest. If you want to get on mass transit, be my guest, but nobody's really doing that. It kind of gives you a sense of what it was like to be stuck in a place. Now, I want to put things in, comparison for you. Anne Frank couldn't leave her little hiding place for years. Years. Imagine being stuck in a little, tiny, nothing, little place for years. You guys can still go outside. You can still ride your bikes. You can still do all that kind of stuff. You can still have your parents go to the grocery store and get food. But think about the comparison for a second. It could always be worse. A little thing on the Parsha this week, not so specific to the Parsha, but more to say for Vayikra. When you think about Vayikra, the entire book is a lot of korbanos. So a lot of people go, oh, it's not that exciting because there's no stories, nothing like that's going on. There are stories, but it's mostly korbanos. So a couple explanations I heard about this was, number one, it goes into such detail so that nobody could say, oh, I'm an expert in korbanos and you're not. No, everybody can see them clearly outlined so that everybody has a stake in them. Everybody has a piece of them. Everybody can participate to the limits they're allowed to in the korbanos. They're for all Bnei Israel. And so nobody can go ahead and say they're an expert on the entire thing. It's also a little bit more than that. The Jews were asking for the korbanos because they were having trouble, even though they saw the pillar of fire and they saw the cloud and they saw the miracles from Yetzias Mitzrayim and the Yam Suf and everything else. They're still having trouble understanding Hashem, and that's one of the reasons behind Cheda Egel. So they needed something as a physical manifestation to remind them on a day-to-day basis that Hashem was with them, thus the korbanos and the Mishkan and everything else. So it's even harder for us that don't have all that kind of stuff to try and find a reminder. If you want to think about something, Hashem is the one that provides everything for us. Right now, if he wanted to, he could say, yeah, you know what, that virus is going airborne. And you're not going anywhere. You're staying locked in your house. He could say, you know what? The food sources are contaminated. You can't get any of that stuff. The toilet paper. Oh, God forbid the toilet paper gets contaminated. But think about that for a second. All the gifts we have right now, yes, it's hard not going to school. It's hard not going to school. At this point, I think you guys would even be excited to go back to school because you're kind of losing your minds and kind of want the social life a little bit. And I know that the seniors graduating high school are like, oh, my God, I'm missing out on... Well, you guys don't really have a prom or anything, so I don't know what you're missing out on. But it's just like any other day. I know it's tough right now. It could always be worse. And everything we have is because Hashem decided that we should have it and give it to us. And he could just as easily take it away. So make sure that when you wake up and say the brachos in the morning, you are more thankful than ever for the things you have and put into your mind the things you may not have now that you took for granted beforehand. So anyway. Just a little food for thought, pun intended, for you going into Shabbos. I hope everybody has a fantastic Shabbos. If the weather is nice, I will be out on my deck singing Kabbalah Shabbos with my boys at, I don't know, probably whatever time late Shabbos is, 7:10, 7:15-ish. So if you hear Kabbalah Shabbos echoing through the neighborhood, that's me. Feel free to join in, sing along. It was a lot of fun last time when that happened. So just FYI, that's going to be going on. Pesach is coming up. I'll do one of these before Pesach with some goodies for you. There's a whole bunch of Parsha sheets in the email. Everybody stay safe, stay healthy, have a great, 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 great Shabbos. And remember, you can always message me, and we'll start doing online stuff as soon as Pesach is over, assuming we're still stuck in this thing. I have a few programs lined up that I think you guys will enjoy. Have a great Shabbos.